yesterday against the College of St. Mary's. The Nebraska Kearney women's golf team has won the MIAA Tournament Championship. Had some high school baseball in the Tri-Cities yesterday. The Adams Central baseball team going to be on the road today playing a triangular with North Platte and St. Pat's Maxwell out of Billwood Field in North Platte. NBA and NHL playoffs continuing last night. We're going to have some comments coming up from Nebraska softball player Jordy Fromm and Nebraska softball head coach Rhonda Ravel on the show here today. We'll get the comments from Trevin Lindhart, the incoming Nebraska basketball player from Utah Valley State that we didn't get to yesterday. We'll sneak him in today. So a full plate for us, plus the NFL draft gets underway tonight in Pittsburgh. I've got my draft card lined up for round one, what I'd like to see from the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyson is working on his draft card for round number one for the Buffalo Bills. If you've got a favorite team in the NFL that you'd like to weigh in this morning, drop us a message on our social media sites. Who would you like to have your team select in the first round? And who do you think they're going to select maybe in the first round? I've got either way. I've got my choice, who I'd like to see, and then probably the choices that we're going to see out of the Chiefs. I'm sure you're in the same boat here this morning.
Yep, we are going to take the entire clock, though, to put ours together because, we're going to make the best selection possible. Still weighing some options. Don't know if I want to trade the pick away, what we're going to do here. But I can tell you the war room is active here this morning on the West Side Studios and trying to make that determination. So we're going to take her right up to the clock here before we get set for our NFL draft discussion, and then we're make our determination.
Where is Buffalo in the first round? The Chiefs are number 9.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see Buffalo. I put the top 10 in my story. I didn't see Buffalo.
We are not in the top 15, sitting at around the 20 mark. I'm getting there. It has been a whirlwind of the last 48 hours, so trying to put the final together and
all right.
For one of the classes, but yeah, we're getting there. We'll have draft prep all done, so.
You're not in the top 10, I know that.
Yeah,
so.
We are correct.
The Giants will have 2 picks in the top 10 tonight. Obviously, the Raiders are the number 1 pick, and they pretty well.
It's Fernando Mendoza, right?
Yeah, you would think. You would think that Mendoza is going to be the number 1 pick. You wouldn't think that the Raiders would screw that up at the last second, do you?
I still would like, indication, I guess, from them that they're gonna make this pick. A lot of people have, they go out and pre-announce this stuff. How many times have we seen the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, and we know about it like 2 weeks in? So it's more of a, well, who's going to go number 2? It's just needing to have the official announcement that it was the number 1 pick. A lot of teams basically pre-report this stuff. So I guess the fact that Vegas has been quiet, if you've known Vegas in their draft history, Jamarcus Russell, Darius Hayward-Bay, they have a tendency to screw up an easy layup. That said, I don't get the indication that they're going to. I think they love the idea of a Kirk Cousins maturing Fernando Mendoza and getting him ready for the league. And I
can't see them screwing
without fail. Cannot see them screwing this up. It would be a colossal dumbass move.
Raiders the number 1 pick. The Jets are selecting 2nd tonight. Arizona 3rd. I can see maybe the Jets trading away that pick.
Ew.
They got so much to bring in. Could they trade away that number 2 pick and secure some other draft choices early in the 2026 draft, or are they set on making a selection.
They do have to fill just about every
That's what I mean. They got
position.
so many holes that they put all their eggs in a number 2 pick. I could see the Jets maybe making some decisions there. Arizona 3rd, Tennessee 4th. Giants are 5th tonight. And then the Cleveland, Washington, the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Giants will get another pick in the top 10. So those are the first-round draft choices, the top 10 picks in the NFL draft tonight. It goes in Pittsburgh, round number 1 here tonight.
Speaking of the Chiefs, the Chief has chimed in. He has texted his draft strategy, so we do have the Chiefs on hand for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll have that on my from a text message, so we'll give you that. You can play along if you got a favorite team out there. Go ahead and drop your draft strategy in the comment section. I know the majority of our live lobby is going to be Chiefs fans today, but for you Jets, for Russ, for you Niners, got an idea where you want to go in the draft? Drop it in the comment section. We will get to that as we move along through this morning.
Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel.
This is so weird.
Yeah, he's not going to be with the team for the 3rd day of the NFL draft on Saturday. Him and his 2 sons and his wife plan to spend the weekend outside of Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
He was involved with that scandal in the past week or so.
Yep.
Evidently, the New York Post published some photos that appeared to show the coach embracing and holding hands with former athletic reporter Diana Rossini at a resort in Arizona. I'm sure you've seen that all over the place in the last week or so. Anyway, he's going to step away on Saturday. He's undergoing so-called counseling, is what they said. And the counseling is going to start on Saturday as him and his family are going to vacate Massachusetts and be somewhere else. He says he'll be in contact with the Patriots on Saturday for the final day of the draft, but he expressed confidence in Executive Vice President of Player Personnel Elliot Wolf and Vice President of Player Personnel Ryan Cowden to lead the draft room. Now, they've got a lot of picks. They've got 11 selections in the NFL draft this year. Number 31 in the first round. They've got 8 of their selections on the final day of the draft. When the coach ain't going to be there, they've got 8 of their 11 selections on the final day. They've got 2 in the 4th round, 1 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. But Vrabel is stepping away from the team in the draft room on Saturday to be with his family outside of Massachusetts to begin counseling after he was seen with an NFL reporter at an Arizona resort.
No comment. None of my business. And it's ESPN just looking for...
not just ESPN, it's everybody.
Well, sure, but I'm getting the alerts on ESPN as if they need to be the moral watchdog over all the sports. Like, give it a rest.
It first appeared in the New York Post. You're going to throw them under the bus? You hound ESPN so much.
I hound ESPN because ESPN is the most watched network. ESPN's the one that shares this shit. Like, if the New York Post would have just ran it and been the only one to run it, it's the New York Post running stupid shit. It's ESPN sharing it, and then people looking at ESPN and then thinking that they need to make this a story. It's a family matter. It's stupid. It's not sports. I guess, Mike, if you want the real reason that I do these poo-poos and eye rolls and yawns, it's because it's not sports. So I don't care.
Major League Baseball from
there you go.
Last night. The New York Mets broke their 12-game losing streak.
Woohoo!
They beat Cleveland by the score of 3-2. 2 weeks in a day after their last victory. New York Mets, they came up with a win last night in Major League Baseball. breaks a 12-game losing streak. They beat Cleveland 3-2 last night. Another streak is underway. The Philadelphia Phillies, they lost their 8th straight game last night, dropping one to the Chicago Cubs 7-2. The 8 straight losses are the team's most since a 9-game skid in 2018. So a couple of streaks going down last night and one starting. The 12-gamer by the Mets is over, and now Philadelphia's got an 8-game losing streak. NBA playoffs from last night. Detroit over Orlando, 98-83. Series tied up at 1 game apiece. Oklahoma City beat Phoenix 120-107. The Thunder lead that series 2-0. NBA playoffs tonight. New York Knicks at Atlanta. Series tied up at 1 game apiece. Cleveland at Toronto. Cavs lead that series 2-0. Denver is at Minnesota. That series tied up at 1 game apiece.
And on the ice.
Oh, I was going to get to that too.
Oh, were you really? Okay.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I got you.
Do it.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, this is the way we usually do it.
Well, I kind of forgot about that. Actually, as you were starting with your play-in rounds and stuff, and we did get the NHL playoffs underway slightly after the play-in rounds. We had that stupid play-in stuff, and I had kind of forgotten the way. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack on the ice. We had the Philadelphia Flyers. They were victorious over Pittsburgh last night by the score of 5-2. Philadelphia taking a 3-0 series lead on the Fightin' Sidney Crosbys. Then the Dallas Stars, they go up 4-3 on the Minnesota Wild. That was a tough matchup for Minnesota. A tough draw to get Dallas. That was a double overtime game last night, by the way. Dallas now takes the lead 2-1. And Marcus Metcalf's Ducks, the Mighty Ducks, take down Edmonton in a football 6-4. 10 goals scored. The series tied at 1-1.
All right, so that brings you up today on the scoreboard from last night. One thing that we didn't get in yesterday because of our lengthy discussion with Adams Central baseball coach Tim Stroman was we wanted to hear from Trevin Lindhart. He is the guy that is coming in from Utah Valley State to join the Nebraska men's basketball team next year. And we'll sneak that in here before we get to our news break. He's a 6'5" guard that is coming in to Nebraska, going to be running the point, I assume, is what they're talking about anyway. He chose Nebraska, and we asked him why he chose Nebraska.
There's a lot of reasons, but just the main reason that I've been telling people is it just feels right. Definitely just feels right. After we've made the decision, we felt so good about it, me and my fiance, and so it feels amazing. There's a lot of reasons to that. Head coach is a big reason. Coaching staff is a big reason. Team is a big reason. Husker Nation is a big reason. And so, yeah, a lot of reasons, but mainly it just feels right.
Lindhart, again, is expected to run the point for the Huskers next year, but he says he can play multiple positions.
I have played point guard like my whole life. I feel comfortable doing that, but I think ultimately I'm a basketball player. I feel comfortable. I think my first year playing at UVU, at one game I had to go and play the 4, and I was guarding some dude way taller than me, and I feel comfortable doing everything that I think anyone can ask me to do. But also I think there is in this system too, you said maybe not a true point guard. I think a true point guard that can just help everyone do what they need to do would be a huge benefit. But also that I don't think that limits me. I don't think that limits the guys that are on the court. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I think we trust this great head coach and this great coaching staff and the great players that are already here to make it work. I'm just trying to find my way in and to help the team.
And Lindhart says his style will fit the Nebraska system.
I think a lot of the players that play here at Nebraska are very smart, and I think I'm a player that kind of can just fit in with that and can, do what they need me to do. I think as a point guard, I'm definitely. I'll say a pass first point guard, but I'll do whatever the team needs me to do. And I think the pieces that are already here with the shooters and the playmakers, like it's pretty awesome. And so I think that's something that I'm excited just to get out there and practice. And honestly, just to see some of these guys shoot, like they're legit, and to get out there and just to play with these guys that, I mean, I know I can just hit them in their spot and they're going to feel comfortable letting it fly. And that's going to be a lot of fun for me as a point guard. And I think that'll be pretty seamless.
And Lindhart says he wanted to join a mature team.
I've been telling people too, like on the visit and throughout this whole process with Nebraska, it kind of just feels like they're a well-oiled machine. So like you said, there's nothing that like, you know, maybe you question or you don't understand. Like it just works. It just flows. The visit is perfect. Everything's on time. You know, it's just all locked in. And I think that's the same way with the players too and the guys that are on the team. And so, yeah, it's no like trying to figure some other stuff out. It's all about hoops. It's all about getting in there, getting better. And once games start, it's all about preparing for the team you're playing and going and trying to win. And so that's super fun for me. Yeah, I am older. I'm engaged, about to get married. I'm not, you know, whatever happens. You got to be prepared for it. But I'm trying to just play basketball, have fun, and win big and win in big games. So it is super exciting for me.
Actually, Lindhart going to get married in May, and he's going to go on his honeymoon, and then he's going to make the move to Nebraska. But anyway, going back to basketball, he says there are plenty of shooters on the Nebraska basketball team, and he's looking forward to playing with them.
You're right. Everyone can shoot. And I think that's what coach wants to do is shoot threes. But honestly, you know, get good looks. You're not just trying to shoot the shoot. And in the film that we watched too, you see, I mean, and you've seen it watching Nebraska last year and the last few years. There's so many good shooters. You'll just get wide open layups because, you know, they're trying to take away the three. You can do a curl cut off a down screen or something, and you'll just get a wide open layup. But also to answer your question, to win games in the Big Ten, to win games in March Madness and win championships, you got to play defense. And you saw that in Nebraska last year too. They have a great defensive coach. They had a great defensive team last year. So, I mean, shooting, yeah, it's great. Hopefully we can make shots every game, but you got to play defense. I know I haven't been in the Big Ten. I've been in the WAC, but like you got to play defense in that league too. And all of these conferences are different. And I know I haven't been in those, so you can tell me if I'm wrong, but even in football, I know they say defense wins championships, and so you got to play defense. But yeah, I mean, offense is probably going to be pretty entertaining to watch, but got to get stops on the other end as well.
All right, there we go. Trevin Lindhart, one of the new guys Fred Hoiberg is bringing in to join the Nebraska basketball team next year. 6'5" guard from Utah Valley State. We talked yesterday. We probably haven't seen a whole lot from Trevin Lindhart on the floor. We just see his numbers. Hopefully he's going to be a good addition to us. It sounds like he's going to be a good addition. Shoots the ball well. 6'5" as a point guard. We'll take it. Just one of the pieces that Fred's adding to the team for next year. Trevin Lindhart.
More shooters, yeah. And what I've been impressed, man, listening to these recruits coming in. Like, these are like well-spoken basketball players. They know the style and the system that they're going into. They're all talking about sharing the ball. They're all saying the right things. And again, saying the right things starts people sipping the Kool-Aid pretty early. We had Shane pumping the brakes yesterday for us because we all of a sudden started diving into some natty talk and placing the futures bet on Nebraska basketball and pumping the brakes. But the recruits are saying the right things, so it's a good indicator when they get in and then immediately they start talking about how they're excited to come play for the program, a packed PBA, work in the Fred Hoiberg offense that he has created that, quite frankly, was impossible to defend at times for any team outside the Big Ten that hadn't seen it before. So when it's rolling, I just think, again, we're not getting the flashy top 5 guys that are in these portals, but we're getting guys that are going to schematically fit in, and that's exciting because when you get guys that fit in with the system that just know where the guy's going to be, that don't even have to make the look pass, when that offense is flowing, it cooks. And so I think we put together a good class here.
What was the futures on Nebraska winning the national championship? last week.
A lot to a little.
Yeah, it was like we were going to
12,000. Like it wasn't even in the hundreds. I mean, it was 1,000.
Yeah, so if we put up like $100, we're going to race up to the Grand Island Casino and place our $100 wager on Nebraska winning the national championship next year. It was an ungodly figure that we had last week. It was like you and I were thinking about maybe retiring.
Absolutely.
Trying to pull that up.
I am.
I hear her fingers banging on the keyboard. So
we've been busy all morning, banging on the keyboard. Let's see. That's a really shitty link. Here we go. The futures.
That's what we're looking for. Scroll down the list.
Oh, this is.
You'll see Nebraska.
There we go. There we go. Missouri at plus 5,000. St. Louis at plus 10,000.
Should be a little bit more prepared for this segment, but.
Well, it was just a spontaneous question, I'm just throwing you a spontaneous answer.
Scroll down the list.
There we go. Oh, we are at plus 10,000 to 1. Not plus 1,000 to 1.
10,000 to 1.
This is a $100 bet winning you $10,000.
Yeah, so.
Dude, I'd go splitsies with you. If you want to go 50-50 and split $10,000 with me for $50.
What if I got $100 that I don't know what to do with this week? So you're saying we're going to go halvesy?
We go halvesies. $50 each. So that's your $100 bet for 1,000. Well, actually, 50 is still a little steep for my blood. You want to get some other people on board with this? Maybe split it 2,500.
No, I'll put the 50 up. You do whatever you want on your 50.
There you go.
Maybe we can get Gino to chime in with you. Maybe
Gino to go in 25.
Dakota might throw a few bucks.
Oh, Dakota's always a sucker for stupid ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He'll throw a couple of bucks in. Maybe you take up a collection at your next softball game. Maybe Baker will throw $10 in.
Well, not while in uniform. Obviously.
No.
I don't want to pull a former friend of ours.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, we'll work on that. So anyway, Nebraska is 10,000 to 1 to win the national championship. IT guy might.
IT guy was saying pump the brakes. I don't think IT guy's on our bandwagon.
He might throw $20 in on your side. I'll put the 50 up.
There you go.
At the GI Casino. Anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday, the 23rd day of April, 2026. Coming up, we're going to be hearing from Rhonda Ravel, Jordy Fromm, talk some Huskers softball here in just a few minutes. Then we're going to be talking about the NFL draft. The first round is tonight in Pittsburgh. And we've got a game plan for our favorite team in the NFL. I'm taking the Chiefs. Tyson is taking Buffalo. We've got the Chief in. He's got his first-round selections for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you've got a favorite team, you're in the lobby with us here this morning. Who would you like to see your favorite team select in the NFL draft? And if it's different than what you'd like to see done, leave us your choice in the lobby here this morning. You can call us if you want. 402-834-1330. 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. And if you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. 7:25 as you wake up with Mike and Tyson this morning. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Well, yesterday's conditions were perfect for more wildfire activity in the western panhandle and in the Sandhills, as multiple fire departments responded to a fast-moving grass fire north of Oconto. Officials say the fire broke out this past weekend and rekindled due to dry conditions and strong winds. Crews from several nearby communities, along with Custer County emergency officials, were called in to assist. Aerial support from 2 firefighting aircraft helped slow the flames, allowing crews to establish some control lines. The fire rekindled last night, and firefighters had to remain on scene while monitoring hotspots. The cause of the fire still under investigation. Coming up on 727, we'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, Nebraska's sophomore closer, Jashawn Unger, has been named to the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association's midseason Stopper of the Year watch list. The award is given to the top relief pitcher in Division I baseball each season. Unger is currently tied for 13th in the nation with 8 saves on the season and holds a 5-1 record with a 3.29 earned run average and 16 relief appearances. Unger has struck out 29 batters across 27 and a third innings of work and is limiting opponents to a 158 batting average this season. Hastings College baseball team split a doubleheader with Dordt yesterday in Sioux Center, Iowa. The Broncos won the first game 21-12. Peyton Vargas had 3 hits and 5 RBIs for the Broncos. Tristan Martinez had 5 hits and 4 RBIs. Hastings had just 7 hits in the second game and lost to the defenders by a score of 12-3. Dordt scored 6 runs in the first inning. Hastings is now 21-23 on the season, 9-17 in the conference. They'll close out the regular season on Saturday with a doubleheader against Concordia. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame show at 12:45. Hastings College softball team swept a doubleheader with the College of St. Mary's yesterday in Omaha, 2-1 and 7-2. The Broncos are now 15-22 in the season, 6-14 in the conference. They'll close out the regular season on Friday with a doubleheader against Mount Marty. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with a pregame show at 4:45 tomorrow afternoon. The Nebraska Kearney women's golf team, they won the MIAA Tournament Championship this week. The Lopers shot a 3-round total of .907 in Warrensburg, Missouri, to win the title by 2 strokes over Washburn. UNK will be one of 18 teams in the NCAA Central Regional, May 4th through the 6th in St. Joe, Missouri. High school baseball from yesterday. Kearney beat Lincoln Southeast by the score of 6-3. Today, Adams Central will play a triangular with North Platte and Maxwell St. Pat's out of Billwood Field in North Platte. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:29 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Slightly cooler today on this Thursday with chances for showers and thunderstorms, especially to the east of the Tri-Cities later this afternoon into tonight. There is a slight risk, 2 out of 5 on the threat scale east of us with large-hail damaging winds and maybe an isolated tornado all possible, especially around Lincoln and Omaha. A high of 77, and we'll have south winds becoming northwest, gusting to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 41, 68 on sunny on Friday.
Right now, we've got south winds, 10 miles per hour. It's cloudy, 64 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give us a call at 308-991-5429.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you need a team you can trust. At Jones Group Insurance in Kennesaw, they're committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses plan for today and prepare for tomorrow. From home, auto, and farm insurance to life coverage and retirement planning, the Jones Group takes the time to understand your goals and build a plan that fits your future. Local service, personalized guidance, trusted protection. Call Jones Group Insurance today and experience the difference a hometown team can make.
Looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Head to Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Choose from your favorite sandwich or build your own burger or chicken sandwich just the way you like it. Your choice of cheese, sauces, and all your favorite toppings. Craving wings? Choose from over 20 sauces and rubs that bring the flavor every time. Grab an appetizer, catch the game on the big screens, or challenge your friends to a game of pool or darts. There's always something to do. And don't forget the daily lunch specials. Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill, 316 South Elm. Great food, great games, and the perfect hangout in Hastings.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
Mike Welch, Heinz and Brunick, huddle up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday, 23rd day of April for 2026. Again, as far as our broadcast schedule is concerned this week, rain is going to cause some shifting around of our schedule. The Hastings College softball doubleheader with Mount Marty was scheduled for Saturday. It's now going to be played on Friday to beat the inclement weather that's expected for us this weekend. So Hastings College and Mount Marty will go tomorrow out at the Smith Complex at 5, and it's a 7. So we'll have the action on Extreme Sports 2 tomorrow night, beginning with a pregame at 4:45. And we're going to have high school baseball and Extreme Sports 1. That'll pit Hastings High up against Lincoln Northwest. Then on Saturday, keep your fingers crossed, we're going to have Hastings College baseball as the Broncos will take on Concordia in a doubleheader that gets underway at 1 on the air with a pregame at 12:45 on Saturday afternoon. So that's as of now, that's your baseball schedule and softball schedule for this weekend.
Well, and how much can it rain at Duncan before they have to call it?
Well, as long as there's not any lightning, and you certainly don't want to play baseball in a downpour.
You're not playing in a downpour, obviously, but if it's just a light drizzle,
or if it rains for a while then it stops,
it's
have
not
that window of opportunity.
Well, but you have the luxury. You don't have the dirt
No.
But you still have, the outfield slips and slides, and it can still be hazardous to the players. So, yeah, just keep your fingers crossed.
It's the window of opportunity. Remember the last time we were trying to predict weather?
That was state baseball.
You and I were heading to state baseball together.
We were heading to Omaha, and we were just, as we had the windshield wipers on 5 on the highest speed. We could barely keep the car on the road.
And we said there's not a chance in hell.
Not an effing chance we're playing baseball today.
And guess what?
We got our window in.
Window of opportunity.
And as we were walking away, just the heavens unload. We're like, well, we should probably... It was a little hairy driving up here. We might as well make a quick pit stop before we come back.
So, anyway, that's the schedule as of now. We're going to have high school baseball tomorrow afternoon beginning at 4:15. Hastings and Lincoln Northwest will have Hastings College softball tomorrow with the Broncos and the Lancers of Mount Marty on Extreme Sports 2 beginning at 4:45. And then Saturday, Hastings College baseball against Concordia beginning at 12:45. All the action coming up this weekend on Extreme Sports. You want to do softball first, or you want to get into NFL picks first?
Let's go to the draft.
Let's go to the draft.
The Bills are ready. Do-do-do.
NFL draft taking place tonight. First round in Pittsburgh. Draft will go on tonight, tomorrow, and all day on Saturday. Again, a draft order for the NFL first round tonight. Top 10 picks. The Raiders, the Jets, then Arizona, Tennessee, and the Giants. Cleveland has the 6th pick tonight. Washington, the New Orleans Saints, Kansas City, and at number 9. The Giants will pick again at number 10. You've got Buffalo on down the list. All right, Mr. GM, Director of Player Personnel for the Buffalo Bills. Who do you like tonight?
So I'm going to take you and walk through the Bills' war room. It's an interesting draft in the fact that it's not going to be a lot of picks here for Buffalo until the later portions of the draft. We are a round 1 pick 26. Buffalo will not have another selection unless they do some magic in the trade window until round 3 pick 27. So this first pick has to be pretty impactful, and it's got to fill a void. And if I'm Buffalo right now, I've got 2 big voids. One was just the leadership that we had at the linebacker spot with the veteran presence. That has aged up. We need to bring somebody in there that can just be a ball hawk defensively and make big stops. Get off the field on third down. Fill the A gap, B gap, C gap. Get in there, wreak havoc. I look at the linebacker position. The other position I'm looking at is we need another weapon for Josh Allen. 2 talented tight ends. We brought in Keon Coleman from Texas A&M last year. He was a dud. He got into some issues with the coaching staff, sat his ass on the end of the bench for a good portion of the regular season with some discipline issues. He was a dud. So we also need another weapon for Josh Allen. It can't be the Allen and Cook run the damn ball show in Buffalo. Otherwise, NFL teams are going to get used to the idea. We're going to become pretty easy to stop. So I think Joe Brady wants to make a splash in year 1 and land an offensive weapon here for the Bills. So those are my targets. That's where we're at. I will give you some names. It's interesting because it is so far down in the pecking order. And so it's just a matter of, okay, we're going to have to snag the best available. Who are the best available players going to be in that area? And so first, we just heard it from our latest and greatest transfer portal pickup. He said, correct me if I'm wrong, but defense still wins championships. With my first pick and not picking until the 3rd round, I'm going to have to go on the defensive side of the football. If defense wins championships, let's get a defensive player if we're not going to pick for 2 rounds. I am looking somewhere in the middle, and again, this is going to be a best available situation. Jacob Rodriguez, if he's there at 26 from Texas Tech, the Red Raiders had a 360-degree turnaround with their defense this year in terms of the Big 12, a conference not known for big defensive play. They had a hell of a good one with their edge rusher, and then with Jacob Rodriguez at the linebacker spot. I would look in that direction. I don't think Rodriguez will be there. I think a landing spot is going to be somewhere along the lines of a C.J. Allen with Georgia. But I would rather have, I will argue with Mel Kiper on this and a few of the draft pundits on the NFL Network, watching enough Missouri football this past year. I'm going to take my Missouri Tiger with this 26th pick, and one of the best that we've had wear the black and gold, Josiah Trotter, ranked as the 6th best linebacker currently in the draft pool. It's linebacker heavy for teams looking to anchor on the defensive side of the football. I think we're going to see these top 5 linebackers go in the first 15 picks or so. That's going to leave us in the best available situation. And I think that Josiah Trotter is the best available. After Josiah, there's a big fall off on the linebacker spot. So we're not going to get that big asset that a first-round draft pick warrants. And so because of the drop-off in the wide receiver pool, and there's still enough talent on the drop-off on the linebacker side of things, and still enough talent on the wide receivers to maybe snag one later, I'm going to go Josiah Trotter, University of Missouri. Welcome to the Buffalo Bills.
All right. Kansas City Chiefs fortunes. Do you go offense? You go defense?
You're the director of player personnel.
Yeah. Defensively, what I'd like to see done, this is Mike Will talking, I'd like to see Kansas City trade a pick with either the New York Jets or Arizona, step up in the draft to number 2 or number 3 from the number 9 spots. We got plenty of draft picks in this draft in future years. I'd like to snag Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love.
Wow.
Up there at number 2 or number 3, because if he drops at number 4, I think Tennessee will snag Jeremiah Love at number 4.
Oh, no doubt.
So you need to jump ahead of Tennessee, and I'd like the Chiefs to pull off a little magic tonight and maybe slide up there and make a trade early with the Jets or the Cardinals to sneak ahead of Tennessee and snag Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. That's what I'd like to see. What I think the Chiefs will do, they might be thinking along my lines. Who knows? But what I think the Chiefs will do is be on the defensive watch down there at number 9.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the guys they're talking with, edge rusher Reuben Bain, who is out of Miami, linebacker Sonny Styles, who is out of Ohio State, and Spencer Fano, a defensive tackle out of Utah. I think the Chiefs will go defense with the number 9 selection tonight. I'd like him to see him trade up and snag Jeremiah Love.
Okay.
Help out Patrick Mahomes on the offense. We're going to have plenty of weapons. Hell, we'll just outscore people next year. Who needs defense?
Who gets the majority of the timeshare with Kenneth Walker and a Jeremiah Love scenario? A Super Bowl MVP and arguably the best running back that we've had in a draft class for 5 years. How do you do the timeshare in that scenario?
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out. All right. Well, we have also a pick in from Pittsburgh. They have sent in a digital documentation via the Extreme Sports War Room. I like this pick for the Steelers, says the Chief, assuming Rodgers comes back. I hope not, but who knows? Father Time is catching up with him, and he needs a new left guard to protect him or Will Howard. Lone is Penn State, and the Steelers love drafting Nittany Lions. He loves, of course, Chief, you would do this to me, Ola Ola La Vega. There it is. Ola La Vega Lone. Say that 10 times fast. He's a guard from Penn State. Chief wants some protection for the quarterback spot.
Probably a wise choice.
Not a bad idea.
Funny thing is, remember they were giving Aaron Rodgers until draft day to announce whether or not he was going to come back?
Uh-huh.
It's draft day. Haven't heard anything out of Aaron Rodgers. He's still in his hole.
Got to send like the foghorn to Aaron Rodgers.
That it's draft day?
Some smoke signals.
God. Are you coming back or aren't you? The team needs to know. It'd be great if the team knew who their damn quarterback was for next season.
That is interesting.
We're in the draft. Yeah, do we have to look for a quarterback, or are you going to be around? Be kind of nice to know Aaron Rodgers. Hello.
Is not hearing anything the same thing as hearing something in this scenario?
I don't know. Does that mean he's not coming back, or
yeah,
he is coming back?
Because he didn't say he was not coming back.
Nope, he didn't say he
so
was.
I guess status quo until you say something.
Hello, Aaron Rodgers. It's draft day. It's kind of an important day to mold your team for the future.
Tweet at him. Tweet at him. Maybe he'll read it.
Hell, maybe we'll know today.
We'll know at 8:30 right after we wrap up the show, per usual.
Yeah, maybe he'll come out and say something today. They don't have to know until tonight.
Black smoke coming back. White smoke retired.
Okay, those are our NFL thoughts.
That's good stuff.
We'll see how close we are.
Jeremiah Love.
You like that, don't you?
I mean,
the Chiefs have plenty of picks. Put a package together. The Jets need a lot, so they might be willing to trade out of that number 2 spot. Give us Jeremiah Love ahead of Tennessee.
It's a strategy.
It's a good strategy.
It's a strategy. Just load up on offensive talent and try to score 42 points a game.
Yep. He'll be on my fantasy team, Jeremiah Love. Especially if he's in red and gold. He'll be on my fantasy team. So, anyway, those are our thoughts on the NFL draft. Again, it gets underway tonight. They're holding the draft in Pittsburgh.
Is it 7 o'clock tonight?
I think so.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, I think it's back at 7 o'clock, and then all day on this Saturday for the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska's softball team.
Number
they're
1.
They're going to be playing at home this weekend against Iowa. I think this is the last home series of the season, and they'll wrap up the year regular season-wise at Penn State next week. Anyway, Rhonda Revelle, head coach for the Huskers, was before us yesterday. Kind of an emotional day for Rhonda Revelle as he began to talk about the senior class. There's a lot of seniors. I looked this morning. 12 seniors are on the Nebraska softball team this year. They carry 23 players. So 12 of the 23 players this year are seniors for the Nebraska softball team. So Rhonda obviously had some thoughts about the senior class.
The way they have represented this program, this community, this university, this athletic department has been impeccable. It's been impeccable for the way they talk with you all, for the way they thank the bus driver when he drops us off, he or she drops us off at all hours of the day and night, to the way they smile at little girls or little boys that want autographs or pictures, to the way they respond to anyone at any time, to the way they show up every day for each other, to the way they play for each other. Last night was a beautiful example of that. And I told them, and I thought about it a lot since I told them, it's been how many hours since we had our post game, that I don't remember a night being more proud of our team. Because, if one person maybe isn't having their best night, someone was right there behind them, like, we've got you. And it really was that all night long. And when you get that kind of love that's really unconditional for one another. I don't care what kind of unit you're in, a team or a family or work environment, all things are possible. And this team has made all things possible. And it's because of their behavior and the way that they love and they serve and they care.
And Rhonda says those seniors have also produced on the field.
You just take a look at the statistical box, and there's seniors all over. And it doesn't matter what category, whether we're pitching, we're hitting, we're defending. Yes, they've been remarkable. And even, from their junior year into their senior year, they've just continued to add to our success statistically. And, sometimes people would say, well, maybe your offense is down a little bit this year, but I just did some math this morning and I thought it was very interesting. We've played the number one non-conference strength of schedule in the country, and we've played the 12th overall strength of schedule in the country, and we're averaging 7 runs a game against that kind of strength of schedule. And 7 runs a game is averaging a run an inning. That's nothing to, think that's skimpy. And I know there have been times where maybe, me as the coach, I'm like, we're leaving runs on the board, guys. We're leaving runs off the board. So, but I'm really proud. I'm proud of the way our offense keeps grinding it out. We've pitched well all year long, but I feel like as of lately, our offense is taking it to the level that they expect themselves to be, and that's been really fun to see too.
In Nebraska, 37-6 on the season. They're 17-1 in the conference. One of those seniors, by the way, is a pitcher, Jordy Fromm. Also heard from her yesterday. The Huskers ranked number 1 in the nation this week, but Jordy says they're not really concerned about that number 1 ranking.
We don't even talk about rankings as a team, and that is so special because we are all motivated by so much more than just rankings. We all show up and we care about so much more than that it's not even something that we talk about. And I don't worry about our team at all when stuff like that comes out, because you see a lot of teams, they'll maybe come out with a good ranking, and then every once in a while you see a little slump follow that or something. And our team, we just don't even address the rankings. We're not playing for that. We have way bigger goals, and we're just taking it one day at a time. And kind of like Coach said, it only matters at the end of the season what the rankings are. So that's just where our focus is at.
Yeah, the Huskers will be honoring the seniors on Seniors Day on this Saturday. Huskers taking on Iowa this weekend, and Jordy kind of talked about dealing with the emotions of Seniors Day.
I really don't worry about that too much with our team because we very much show up, and if there's a job to do, we do it. And we're very good at locking in and being there when we need to be there. And if we have 15 minutes or 3 hours to not be competitive, we can very easily flip the switch and just have a fun time together. And I think it's going to be the same way with Senior Day. There will be a lot of emotion after the game, but if there's still a job to do, we are focused and locked in, and we're doing that job till it's done. So I don't really worry about the emotions of it and everything. I think we're all going to enjoy celebrating each other after the game. But then again, when Sunday rolls around, another job to do. So we're going to be locked in and doing that. So I don't worry about that too much with us.
Again, Fromm joined the Huskers back in 2023 after winning a pair of national championships at Oklahoma. And she talked about the relationship that she has with the Nebraska coaching staff.
I love all of our coaches, literally like family. I respect them and love them as my coaches, but it's so much deeper than just softball. When I leave the field, I love them like family. And again, Coach was talking about, just that unconditional love that you all have for each other. And that's not just with the girls on our team, that is with the coaches as well. And again, it just makes it so much more special. And I would say that I'm not the same person I am today that I showed up when I got here. And Coach Ravel has given me patience and room to grow and turn into the person that I am now. And I will just forever be grateful for how she's helped me develop and grow into a young lady, I guess.
All right, Jordy Fromm, Rhonda Ravel, as they get ready to play their final weekend regular season series this weekend against the Iowa Hawkeyes. They'll finish things off against Penn State, and then who knows, I would expect them to probably host a regional after that.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully into a super regional. So this might not be their last home game of the season for these seniors and the rest of the Nebraska team, but it's the last regular season game against the Hawkeyes this weekend, Seniors Day on Saturday.
Didn't hear a whole lot about the game plan or preparations for Iowa. There's a whole lot of loving going on. Speaking of love, you buried the lead, Batman.
What happened?
Happy 44th wedding anniversary.
Oh, I was going to get around to that.
Congratulations, yeah.
Thanks to the IT guy for, God, I look good today on camera. He's got a little happy anniversary thing up above my picture today.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that sweet?
44 years.
My wife and I, who also serves as our bookkeeper, the grouchy bookkeeper that we always talk about on the show. We've been married longer than you've been alive.
What's the secret?
Me not being home. No, that's a secret. And I think if you ask her, she'll say the same thing. Back when we first got married, I was on the rise, still doing this sports thing. I was starting to do the sports thing back then. I was gone a lot of the time.
Yep.
So, and look at this, 44 years later, I'm still doing the same thing. So I've been married longer than you've been alive.
So the key is don't spend 8 hours a day together.
No. That's the key.
That's outstanding.
Well, that's a tip I can give to you. 7:57, waking up with Mike and Tyson. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Good morning.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, see the professionals at North Shore Real Estate of Hastings. Real estate is one of the largest and most exciting investments you can make, and the folks at North Shore Real Estate are here to make sure the process is a fun and rewarding one. They serve Hastings, Harvard, Blue Hill, Kennesaw, and several other communities within a 35-mile radius of Hastings. They'll give you the guidance and support you need throughout the entire buying or selling experience. Give them a call at 402-461-6930 or stop in at 100 North Shore Drive in Hastings. North Shore Real Estate. Excellent agents, outstanding results.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they are free to dream, and you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance. Give Matthew a call at 308-389-9124 or stop in at 204 North Walnut Street in Grand Island.
All right, Mike, Will, Tyson, are with you on this Thursday. Again, we'll have high school baseball tomorrow. It'll be Lincoln Northwest playing at Hastings High beginning at 4:15 tomorrow afternoon. That'll be on Extreme Sports 1. Over on Extreme Sports 2, we will have a Hastings College softball with Mount Marty beginning at 4:45. Then on Saturday, college baseball, Concordia at Hastings College, beginning at 12:45 here on Extreme Sports. So that's the broadcast schedule. The rain has moved a couple of things around with the Hastings College softball playing on Friday now instead of Saturday in hopes of dodging the weather that's going to come in here. I guess tonight, Tim was talking at the bottom of the hour, we could see some severe thunderstorms, some hail, even a possibility of a couple of tornadoes to pop up tonight, basically in the far eastern stretches of Nebraska. So around the Lincoln, Omaha area, they could see some nasty weather tonight. As far as central Nebraska is concerned, we could see some rain tonight. Better chances for rain on Friday, Saturday, on into Sunday. Sunday looks like a rainy day. fact, the bookkeeper / wife, she's already got the honey-do list lined up for
because
Sunday.
It's going to be a rainy weekend.
Yeah, because she says we're not going to be outside anyway. We're not heading out in the RV anywhere this weekend. She's already at the honey-do list starting.
You're hoping baseball goes extra innings for as long as humanly possible.
Yeah, it's stretching into Sunday. Like the longest baseball.
The longest game of all time. No pee breaks.
2 days.
Those are the worst. When you're doing a baseball game solo and you haven't peed since your pregame pee, and it goes extra innings. Everybody talks about, oh my God, Scott Hansen, you just hold your bladder for 7 hours of commercial-free football. Have you ever broadcasted a baseball doubleheader solo and not peed?
That's why I always try to sneak down in between games.
You gotta sneak in between games if you can.
You gotta rush in between games.
And it's whatever it is. I mean, like whatever you got in the tank, you're just like, you're gonna empty, buddy. I don't care. If you're not ready or not, we're peeing. Yeah.
God,
I
didn't know that was going to be on the schedule today.
I may or may not have had a recent experience just realizing like, oh, I haven't taken a pee in 8 hours. Take that, Scott Hansen.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It is. It's a long time to hold it. But also you're not sitting there swilling down Gatorades or waters, so it helps that you're not really drinking anything.
Well, you're drinking a little bit.
Just to keep the chops fresh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't know that was going to be on the agenda today.
No, I didn't realize either.
So, all right. Well, we covered a lot.
Yeah,
in
what's
the NFL
the
draft? God, I hope my pick comes through.
Did you see Chief's comment?
I have not.
He had said he could see the Jets trading the Chiefs pick to get your dream to happen. He goes, it's not like that the Jets, or he goes, historically, the Jets have had to be reminded that the NFL draft is happening based on how they pick. So based on how they pick, he could see them trading away and making another round one blunder and giving the Chiefs another offensive weapon.
Yeah, who's it just going to pick at number 2? God, where do you go?
They have so many
Offense,
holes.
defense, special teams.
So many holes.
Bus driver.
I would take Bailey. If I was the Jets, I would take Bailey from Texas Tech. I think he's the best defensive player in the field. It's defense heavy. This is a defense heavy draft. And as a guy that loves watching the defensive side of the football, even though I have no idea how to coach it, like my coaching advice to the defenders is go do a defense, go tackle somebody.
Yeah, it's easy.
And I know there's more to it, but I love watching good defensive football. I'm licking my chops because this is a edge rushing, linebacker, defensive back heavy draft this year. It'll be fun.
7 o'clock starting time tonight, NFL draft. So, anyway, if you'd like to listen to some of the comments we had today, Jody Fromm was with us. Rhonda Ravel was with us. We had Trevin Lindhart with us. If you want to listen to some of those comments again or our take on the NFL draft, download the podcast on any one of our social media sites and listen to the show at your convenience throughout the day today. Tomorrow, Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network will join us. It's a big weekend at the track this weekend.
You'd hope.
The Bosselman race is going to be on Saturday.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah, they might have to run that damn thing in the rain.
In the mud? Oh.
Yeah. So we'll get Jim's take on that coming up on the show tomorrow when we talk ponies. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Huddle up here on Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.